I want to share the 2026 predictions for women who are finally choosing themselves with soul, with heart, with honesty, with fire, with a comeback, with a vengeance in the best way, with truth, with expansion. Women are stepping out of who they used to be and stepping into who they want to be. They are no longer playing small. These are women that have gave a lot to a lot of people, and they're in the space now where they are ready to give to themselves. It's become a non-negotiable. Hustle is ancient. We're no longer doing it. This woman in particular is burning down her old shell and letting the layers be rebuilt in the most honest, authentic way. She is questioning herself to the point of reconnection, and she's literally walking out her truth. She is literally walking out her identity and coming back home to herself. So I want to share those predictions for 2026 of that woman that is choosing herself finally. And I'm so excited for her. So this isn't a rebrand, it's not a reinvention, it's a permission slip to live your life, to allow your dreams to become a reality. It's a permission slip to think outside of your current four walls. It's a permission slip to dream in the most Delulu way possible, but know that those Delulu dreams can be your tomorrow. It's a permission slip. Distractions are fading. Autopilot is malfunctioning. She's slowly been breaking down, and you break down slowly before you break down loudly. And she's in a space now where she doesn't want that anymore for herself. It's getting so loud to the point that she can't ignore the noise anymore. Grief is coming for the women who waited too long to choose themselves. They are realizing that today isn't working. Things about their day isn't working. This job is not working. These hours are not working. This career no longer fits me. I've outgrown it. This relationship isn't me anymore. This person isn't who I desire. They're realizing these friendships are mediocre. I'm not choosing these friendships anymore. She is realizing so many things about herself, and she's allowing herself to be okay with the results of the realization, no matter the cost, but it won't cost her. I hope that makes sense. You were taught to obey, you were taught to prove, you were taught to people please, you were taught to climb a ladder, you were taught to get all the accolades, you were taught to check every single box. You were taught to live in a world full of perfectionism, which isn't a reality. You were taught to create a life in a bubble that wasn't your own. You were taught to work towards a dream that wasn't your dream. You were taught to work towards funding the dream of others. You were taught to sacrifice and put your desires on the back burner. You were taught to wait. And every season, every moment has a time. But I believe the time has come where she's no longer waiting. The time has come where she will burn it down to the ground, but she knows she can rebuild it stronger than ever because the resiliency in her won't let her do anything less than that. I believe we are stepping into a lot of women just owning their truth and not settling for anything less than their truth. And at this point, I don't even know if you could put a number on it. Now you're realizing that checklist, that box of everything that we've checked off, that was a cage. It was a trap. You simply don't have freedom because you don't even feel like yourself anymore. And if you don't intentionally redesign your life now, the reckoning that will come, it's going to force you to redesign your life in the most honest way. I believe that we're also going to see the new flex isn't money, it's mobility, it's energy, and it's unbothered freedom. The freedom to be exactly who you are and do what fills your soul, do what lights you up. The energy budget is real. We are no longer expending our energy with people and things that don't return it back to us. It doesn't matter if it's family, and it doesn't matter if it's friends. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship anymore. It does not matter what it is. We're not doing it. The flex isn't the paycheck, it's who you become when you're not performing, when you're no longer in performance mode. Who are you really? And when you can operate on a daily basis from who you actually are, you give yourself permission to not wear the mask. You give yourself comfort. Your nervous system can relax. You give yourself ease, love, and tender care. That's an unstoppable woman right there. Burnout is no longer impressive. We're not doing the burnout thing anymore. We're not riding the train. We're not saying yes to the job and then yes to the lack of balance with work life. We're not doing it. Burnout was a trend, but it's not today's trend, because we realized burnout didn't actually give us an award. It didn't actually give us an achievement. It gave us a dysregulated nervous system, extra pounds from drinking wine, and a whole lot of extra stress and toxic relationships. That's what burnout did. So you can keep chasing the shiny metrics, or you can wake up rested, regulated, and free. You get to choose. Healing wasn't the finish line, it was the starting point. So you did therapy, you went and got support, but you didn't learn how to thrive. It didn't teach you how to elevate that part of your life. 2026 will be the year that women realized healing stopped the bleeding, but it didn't build the life. I'm healed isn't the mic drop. I'm like literally lit up about my life. That is the mic drop. That feeling is unexplainable. That liberated, unleashed, unhinged in the best way feeling of being in tune and in sync with yourself, that's the mic drop. And don't get me wrong, therapy is a great thing. Your girl's becoming a therapist, okay? I encourage it. But there are certain aspects where those pieces that it helped you heal and learn about yourself, you then have to take and rebuild your life so you can build it from a foundation that's honestly you. It's not based off of anyone else anymore. She's going to stop saying, I'm okay, when she doesn't really mean it. Being okay is simply not the same as being alive. Stop pacifying that sentence just to get by and scrape your needs under the rug. No, we're not doing that anymore. Be honest. If you're not okay, say it. Because then when you say it, you hold power to the situation, and then power gives you permission to heal and navigate it. You don't need more processing. You need permission to desire again. You didn't just heal to tolerate your life anymore. You healed to create a life worth living. I believe we're also going to see the women who win next are the ones who gave themselves permission early. Permission to rest without proving they're tired. Permission to want more without sounding ungrateful. I think that tends to be a very big struggle with women. We don't want to sound ungrateful, but we know we're exhausted. We don't want to sound ungrateful, but we know we're depleted. We know we don't want to sound ungrateful, but we know we're not happy. We know something is off. We know something doesn't align anymore. We know something isn't working for us anymore. We know that there has to be more to life than this, but we don't want to sound ungrateful. So we'll tread lightly to hold that facade, but that if that facade isn't working for you, it's not going to work for anyone else around you if they really love and care for your well-being. So let's keep it real. And give yourself permission to change your mind without waiting for a meltdown to happen. We'll wait for something to completely blow up to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I got to pivot. No. Be in tune and be connected and like be in relationship with yourself and your body enough to know, don't ignore that feeling. You know that feeling when it comes. When it comes, pivot. When it comes, move. When it comes, ask and adjust and assess. Don't sit in it and wait for it to melt down to the ground. So you can keep asking for approval, or you can realize this: waiting for permission will cost you years. And you want to know how I know this? Because it has literally cost me 8 years of my life in different variations. And I am no longer a woman that waits for permission anymore. So 2026 isn't about the reinvention. It's about releasing what's expired. This isn't about creating like a new you movement. It's about creating an authentic you. It's not pretending. Peace needs to feel like power. Rest needs to feel restorative. Simplicity can feel seductive. I know that's so interesting to say, but something about slower feels better in the pace of your life, knowing that you don't have to rush to the next thing, you don't have to run to the next thing, knowing that ease is available to you, it flows to you. What's yours is coming. It's already there, right? We're just waiting for God to unlock a few extra steps. And in the unlocking, we're also letting Him like build us and mold us and shift and change us. So more effort isn't going to help you, but letting go will. Because when you let go, then you can propel forward honestly for what it is that you really want. And if it drains your nervous system, it's not the next level that you're headed to, it's releasing the previous level that you just left. So this woman, she's switching the game completely. So I want to tell you who this is for. This isn't for women waiting to be chosen. It's for the ones choosing themselves, and they're choosing themselves boldly. They're choosing themselves without apologizing. They're choosing themselves out loud. They're choosing themselves with reverence. Like they're choosing themselves with just this like powerful reclaim and shift of, yes, I am enough. Yes, I'm worthy. Yes, I deserve this, and I'm going to have it. So let this moment be your mirror. Let this be your warning. Let this be your invitation to shift, to change, to become the woman that is choosing herself this year. So the question I have for you, and I really want you to ponder this: will you be the one watching the shift happen, or will you be the one becoming the shift that can happen? Tell me below in the comments, because I want to know. I want to know what you're committed to. I want to know what shift you're going to work towards. I want to know what desire you're going to bring back. I want to know what you're no longer accepting and you're no longer tolerating, and what you are going to say, like, yes, this is my yes, this is me. This is what I want. This is the life that I want to live. I've been doing this redesign series of just redesigning my life. And you guys may have heard me share my thoughts about potentially spending some time outside of the US, being 36, single, freshly single with no children. I have eggs in the bank though. My eggs are frozen, but I'm like, okay, there's more. There's more. What more am I not letting myself experience? What more have I hidden myself from? What more ways can I step into more freedom of my autonomy, like freedom of who I am, expand my life, expand my thoughts, expand my desire, especially after a woman that's navigated trauma So I just want this to fully be your permission slip, especially in 2026. Please do not let another year go by without giving yourself permission to choose yourself and truly become the woman that you want to be. So if you're down for this series, let me know. Subscribe, like, share it with a girlfriend. I feel like we've started, but we're now going deeper. So until next time, friends, I look forward to talking with you soon and take good care of yourself. Bye.